Welcome, beloveds, to Treatment Tuesday.
Hello,
I
everyone.
am Sunshine Day, and this is my beloved partner in spiritual movement,
I'm
Reverend
Reverend
Kevin
Kevin
Cottle.
Cottle. It's very nice to be with you this morning. This is
Wow.
uh, this is live Treatment Tuesday as opposed to our other live Treatment Tuesday.
Yes, and we're coming to you right from Vida Spiritual Learning Center. We are a spiritual learning community that welcomes all people. Our purpose is to provide spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. And wow, we get to be live, Rev Kev. I love this.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
This is awesome. So, let's talk a little bit about Treatment Tuesday and the play on words, right? It's Tuesday morning. We get an opportunity to do treatment. What is treatment, Rev Kev? Can you talk a little bit about what we call treatment?
Well, Spirit, treatment is also known as affirmative prayer. It's a form of praying. Has specified steps or ingredients which are simple and easy and anyone can do. And part of the reason for the steps in treatment is to shift your feeling and your thinking to a receptivity, is to shift you into kind of a mode in which your greater good comes forward. It comes forward in mind and it comes forward in feeling. And it's not that somebody just wanted to create a formula, which Ernest Holmes sort of did based on a scientific formula, but the formula has a purpose and it has a reason. And the reason is to shift, to move you to a brighter, more productive, more positive mentality, and therefore a brighter, a more positive life.
Yeah, thank you for that because it is about making that shift. And for me, the differentiation that you're pointing to that I really want to make very, very explicit is that treatment, our spiritual mind treatment, our prayer, our affirmative prayer, is not asking and beseeching some great I am presence outside of us externally to grant us anything, but it is indeed the opportunity to have that shift, as you talked about, Rev Kev, in our own consciousness, in my own mind, to be able to recognize a power, a presence, a life, and that life created everything out of itself. Therefore, I'm one in that power. I'm living and breathing and having my being in that power and presence. And in those particular two ingredients or two steps, recognize the oneness and that there is power simply in the word that I'm speaking. So I'm actually participating in shifting and changing my own mind. And in today's world where so many people are experiencing hardships, sadness, where and you and I are not exempt, from the trials, the tribulations, the life essence of this human experience. It comes with wars and reports of wars. It comes with disappointments. It comes with employment status. It comes with disappointments, disagreements. It comes with all kinds of things that sometimes for me I go, I don't want this in my life. What I'd rather have is such and such and such. But that I get so caught up in that groove of thinking that this is all life has to offer. I love that spiritual mind treatment, and that treatment Tuesday helps to bring me back to that place where I recognize the one power, the one presence, the one life, and that it created me, and that I am one in it. Therefore, I too can make the adjustment and now begin to focus my attention on what I want instead of what I don't want. I'm wondering if our viewers today, Sunny Day says, God is my all. Absolutely, Sunny. I'm so happy that you're joining us today and that you're here with us. Love you so, so very much. Yeah, Rev Kev, I was just thinking that, maybe we can ask our viewers if they have any questions about treatment, about this way of praying. It's definitely not a traditional way of praying. It's not the traditional way that people, like pray. And
Hmm.
all prayer works, by the way. All prayer works. But it's definitely not that begging and beseeching an external power to grant us something as much as it is the adjustment, the attunement of our mind and aligning with what is for our highest and our best.
Absolutely. That that is the primary difference for me is that I'm praying, I'm treating, I'm affirming to change me, as you say, to align to something that's already true about me, it's already true about you, it's already true about everyone. That within us is a living spirit, a loving spirit. Within us is an intelligence. Within us is a creativity. Within us is that that faculty of something fantastic, or in some cases, it's just that faculty to shift, to heal, to grow for something that has possibly been weighing me down for today or for a while, to be able to, you know, elevate out of that mentality to move it away from that thing that detracts or holds me back in some way, to shift that, to turn that, to heal that. And prayer is at the center of the activity of that shift.
Yeah.
It is, and it's something that in some form or fashion I do many times throughout the day. I might formally speak a spiritual mind treatment once or twice a day, but throughout the day, I will use short prayers. For example, just God is present here. That is a form of prayer. So as Sunshine says, all that prayer is contributing, it's all coalescing, it's all converging around shifting, healing, growing your consciousness. God is already all there is, everywhere equally present. God is doing its thing as you and me and everyone right now. And
Right? Short
the
prayer. God is
yeah,
all. That's right. You just said it again.
yeah. And the prayer is just a way to, a mechanism, a technique, if you will, uh, to live more of that goodness, that godness that's already happening in you and surrounding you, in me and surrounding me, all the time, every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I I know that it has absolutely worked in my life because it helps me to focus on what is already the truth, even when it seems super, super huge and large. I'll tell a quick story about, there's this person driving out in the desert and they're falling asleep. And as they're falling asleep, they're heading, toward this big old cement telephone pole. Now, these big old cement telephone poles in the desert are huge and they're large, and every 30 feet is a cement telephone pole. Now, when the person wakes up because they're bumping, and they see they're heading toward the cement telephone pole, it means doom, death, destruction for sure if they crash into it. And they're saying to themselves, don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole, don't hit the pole. Well, even by saying don't hit the pole, where's the focus? The focus is on the pole instead of the 30 feet between the pole that would lead them to safety. And so, even though we say what we don't want, like the guy or the person is saying, don't hit the pole, the focus is still on the pole. And so, spiritual mind treatment, our affirmative prayer, actually helps us to shift instead of looking at what we don't want that we look at what we do want. We want the 30 feet between it, the safety, the ease, the grace, the flow, the abundance, the peace. And it is actually already there. It is already part of who we are. It is just a matter of aligning our focus and our attention there so that we have that full experience. And so when I find myself saying, don't hit the pole or don't do that or da 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 da, I have to pause and ask myself, what is it that I really want to experience? I want to experience my wholeness, my peace, my serenity, my freedom, my life of ease, easy going. And so I begin to remember that that is my truth. And I begin to use spiritual mind treatment to anchor that in so that that's my default. Now, my default is where I go to there instead of what I don't want, actually recognizing what I am already and what already exists within me. So in a moment, we're actually going to be inviting you to let us know if there's anything that you'd like prayer for so that we might continue to hold you in prayer. It would be great for us to be able to do that with you and know that if you're watching this after our live presentation, that I and Rev Kev will take a look at it, we'll review it, and we will definitely keep you in prayer for that prayer request. So not to worry whether it's live right now or whether you're watching this later on, as it is being recorded. Let us know what your prayer request is. And we also do prayer on our website, and we also would love to connect with you outside of Treatment Tuesday to keep you in prayer. So,
And there is a link in the description that will send you to a confidential prayer request. It's through our website. And just know that Reverend Sunshine and I and our practitioners pray over your prayer requests for the coming days and weeks. So we will hold that consciousness for you happily.
yeah. So, I will begin. And actually, the purpose of the prayer today, let's do health and wholeness. I know that there are lots of people experiencing health challenges, whether it's a resurgence of what we know as COVID or the new COVID or mental health, or whether it's addiction, whatever the health situation is. Today's prayer is going to be around health, and I'm going to use the word I. And if you identify with the prayer, then have my words be your words as we begin. So I'm going to invite you to simply allow your eyes to close if you're in a place where you can do that safely. And as you just keep your breathing regular and natural, I believe in spirit, in only spirit. This power and presence, it's an infinite intelligence, that intelligence that has created everything out of itself. I recognize it as God, as spirit, as infinite intelligence, as love, beauty. I recognize it as a loving kindness. I recognize this power and presence now as simply life. And this life, this power, this presence is everywhere. It is everywhere present at all times. It is all knowing. It is all powerful. And as I stated before, it has created everything out of itself. Therefore, my life is life itself. I am the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that life shows up in human form. And as I know that this is my truth, I know that this is the truth for all. And I recognize that as the creative being from the creative power, that that which is true of spirit and of life is true for me, that that which is true of God is true about me, that there is nothing, no thing that can separate my life from life itself. And so it is from this place right here and now of oneness, and from this place of power, and from this place of peace, that I simply speak the word right now, simply calling forth into my life and into all life that says yes to this word. I'm calling forth health and wholeness and vitality. I am calling forth peace of mind, that where there is any discord, any disruption, any lack, any limitation, that that lack, that discord, that limitation now dissolves into the nothingness from which it came. And that the focus now is simply on that which is healthy and whole, applying whatever it is, whether it's food or nourishment, whether it's spiritual food, mental food, emotional food, all of the nutrients that bring my body and my mind and my spirit and my emotions and my finances wholeness. That health is all the way around, that spiritual health, financial health, emotional health, mental health, physical health, that it is all indeed the true nature of my being. And I simply call it forth and align with it. I see myself being healthy in all of these areas. I see those around me being healthy and whole in all of these areas, and that if there's any doubt, any lack, any limitation, that it now leaves. It now leaves into the nothingness from which it came. And I see wholeness, and I see peace, and I see power. And I simply pass this continuing prayer to Rev Kev.
I speak my word, and let my words be your words. That I declare that within me is living spirit, and living spirit is already healthy. It is already a well-being, and therefore I align with that. I resonate with that healthiness, that wholeness, that completeness, that perfection of being. Right here in this moment, I just align with the truth of my being whole, being a perfection of being, unique in this plane, unique on this part of my soul's journey, but still absolutely perfect and complete in its own way. For it is the perfection of living spirit to multiply, to be various, to be a force, a power, an intelligence, a creativity that is formed out of that perfection. And you and I are both formed out of that same perfection. And therefore it is true that every subatomic particle up through every atom, molecule, compound, cell, tissue, organ, my entire body is created out of and working in concert with an extension, if you will, of that living, loving spirit. So it easily shifts toward that aspect of health and wholeness and completeness. It does so easily and effortlessly. And I include in our prayer today all those who point us in that direction toward health and well-being, all of those healers and caregivers, all of those mendicants, all those medications, all those scientists, all of those healers of every type and every stripe. They are knowing that truth for you and me right now. in order for us to know that truth more fully for ourselves. And for that, we gratefully accept their channel of the elixirs of living spirit, as it is graciously given by those healers and caregivers. So I simply give thanks for that aspect, and I give thanks for this prayer. I give thanks for this answered prayer. I give thanks for this communion in spirit, this connection being made right now between you and that which is the truest thing about you, that at your essence you are living spirit, you are loving spirit. I give thanks for that. I release it into the law of mind in action, knowing that it is happening now, that every declaration of spiritual truth is happening for you, it is happening for me, it's all happening now, that you and I are revealing more good, more God right now in this moment. Just resting in that truth, delighted in that truth. I just allow it to be. And now it is, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. So grateful for this prayer today. Thank you so much. I want to remind our viewers that each and every Tuesday we release a new prayer. We usually don't do it live. Today we wanted to do a little something special and bring the both of us on to do it live. But each and every Tuesday on our YouTube channel, we release Treatment Tuesday. On Wednesdays, we provide you with a meditation. So be sure to tune in. And if there's any way that we can support you as your spiritual advisors, your spiritual guides, those to help you along the way of knowing the truth of who you are so that you can live your very best life, please reach out to us. We are here to support you and to support your transformation in a loving way. All right, Rev Kev, I think our work here is done today. Thank you so much for this Treatment Tuesday. This is awesome. Any final words before we say goodbye?
Just thanks very much, and we'll have a wonderful day. We'll see you all next time.
We'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to Treatment Tuesday. Use the links in the description for prayer requests, to donate to Be That Spiritual Learning Center, and to join our mailing list. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And you can visit us at vidaslc.org for more information.